Welcome, Misty. We're so excited to have you today.
We ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start right here. This is the karate chop point, like where you would hit on the side of your hand if you were to do a karate chop. Okay. Yep. All right. So I invite you to repeat after me. Even though I have this trauma from this accident that I went through,
I have this trauma from this accident I went through.
I choose to process this trauma now.
I choose to process this trauma now.
And any emotions involved with the trauma.
And any emotions involved with the trauma.
And I throw them all into space.
I throw them all into space.
Okay. So inner eyebrow. So right on the inside of your eyebrow, all of these emotions that came up from this trauma.
All of these emotions that came up from this trauma.
Okay, outer eyebrow. This trauma that I have endured from this accident.
The trauma I have endured from this accident.
Okay, under eyes. The emotions that I feel from this trauma.
The emotions that I feel from this trauma.
Okay, upper lip. All of these emotions that I have felt from the trauma.
All of these emotions that I felt from this trauma.
From the accident.
From the accident.
Okay, on your chin, just below your lower lip. The emotions that I feel from this trauma, from the accident.
The emotions that I feel from this trauma and this accident and others.
Okay. Okay. Right below your clavicle bones, right there in the middle, and top right there. This trauma from this accident makes me feel.
This trauma from this accident and other accidents, well, this accident in particular was out of control, overwhelmed, frustrated, not able to choose.
Big deep breath.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move over to underarm. Just right under your armpit. Kind of a weird one, but it's super effective. Okay.
I sometimes like to hug myself.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. The emotion
or
that
look
comes
like a
up from
monkey
this accident right now. Yeah.
The emotion that comes from this accident is out of control. And the emotion that comes from my other accident was shock. I ran into the back of someone I didn't know was there. It was shock. I was in shock.
That shock is a super important one to process. The shock will, we know what shock does to our bodies, and it'll put us in freeze mode. And sometimes it doesn't come out. It doesn't go away. Yeah. Okay, so up on the top of your head, on the crown area, the shock that I feel from those first accidents.
The shock that I feel from those first accidents.
Okay, let's go inner eyebrow again. The shock that I feel from those first accidents still.
The shock that I still feel from those first accidents every time I get in a car and ride with someone.
Okay, take a big deep breath right there again. Okay, outer eyebrow. The shock that I still feel from those first accidents.
The shock that I still feel from those first accidents.
Okay, under eye. I give myself permission to process the shock from those first accidents.
I give myself permission to process the shock from those accidents.
Big deep breath. Intuitively, I can feel that's still heavy. That's still heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. the shock from those first accidents.
The shock from those first accidents.
I choose to release it now.
I choose to release it now.
And I picture myself throwing it into space.
I'm throwing it all into space and letting it get out of me.
Okay. Tap underneath your clavicle bones, right there in the middle. What was the emotion that you said for this most recent one? The
Out of control. I don't know if there's a
feeling,
one-word
okay.
emotion for that, but it was out of control.
Helpless.
Helpless. Yeah.
Helpless.
Yeah.
Okay. This helpless feeling that I have felt since my last accident.
This helpless feeling I've felt since this last accident.
Let's go under arm, under armpit. There you go. That was a yawn.
Look like
I
a monkey.
That means you're yep. That yawn means that you're processing any yawns, any burping, any sudden laughter. And we can be working on the most depressing thing in a sudden laughter. Okay. I felt so helpless.
I felt so helpless.
Crown of your head. I still feel so helpless because of this accident.
I still feel helpless because of this accident.
Okay, big deep breath.
Especially when I get in cars with others and I don't control the car.
Okay. Let's go inner eyebrow. I feel helpless when I'm in cars with others and I'm not driving.
I feel helpless when I'm in cars with others and I'm not driving.
Outer eyebrow. It makes me feel so helpless and out of control.
Makes me feel so helpless and out of control.
I don't like to feel out of control in a car.
I don't like feeling out of control in a car. It makes me not want to go anywhere, and I like to go places.
I feel so out of control when I'm in a car with others and they're driving.
Out of control when I'm in cars with others and they're driving.
I feel out of control when I'm in cars with others.
I feel out of control when I'm in cars with others.
I feel out of control. Oh, let me go back to what point we're at. Sorry, guys. Tapping on your chest underneath the clavicle bones in the middle. This fear that I feel when I'm in a car with somebody else driving.
This fear that I feel when I'm in a car with someone else driving.
Big deep breath. Okay, underarm, under armpit. This fear that I feel when I'm in the car when somebody else is driving.
This fear that I feel when I'm in the car and someone else is driving.
Okay, top of the head, crown of the head. I feel so out of control when somebody else is driving a car.
I feel so out of control when someone else is driving the car and when there's weather and I'm starting to skid.
That's scary for everybody, I think.
Yeah,
but
rain or snow.
But you're adding on top of something else. That's not easy. Okay. Let's go one more round. Inner eyebrow. When I'm in a car with somebody else driving, it makes me feel.
When I'm in a car with someone else driving, I feel helpless and out of control and a lot of anxiety.
Okay. Outer eyebrow. When I'm in a car with somebody else driving, it makes me feel.
When I'm in the car with someone else driving, it makes me feel so anxious and stressed out.
When I'm in a car with others, it makes me feel.
When I'm in a car with others driving, it makes me feel vulnerable to accidents I have no say in.
Okay, upper lip. When I'm in a car with somebody else driving, it makes me feel.
When I'm in a car with someone else driving, it makes me feel more relaxed than I used to since I'm doing this exercise.
Awesome. I like that.
That
Okay,
came.
so take a big deep breath.
Okay.
So I love it when this happens. We're not going to finish all the, go back all the way through, because when you are able to start saying something positive and something negative or traumatic doesn't come up, that shows me that you've processed through it.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Well, how do you feel, Cathy?
It just came to me. It was like I didn't need to say the other stuff anymore.
That's awesome.